As was explained before, all over the country, marking the 9-year completion of Prime Minister Modi and the team, there are press conferences, interaction with media, and also discussion on what actually has happened in the 9 years. So as a part of that, I'm here today in the financial capital of India, having an opportunity in the presence of top leadership of Maharashtra of BJP to interact with you, the media personnel. Thank you very much for coming here. What I would broadly indicate to you before I start on this slide presentation is, it consists totally of about 55 different slides. I don't want to spend time on each one of them because we are also giving you a handout of several data inclusive of this presentation. So you will certainly get to seeing each one of them. But for you, I'll give a broad classification of what we've put together. So 9 years under certain heads, 9 years under certain other heads. Like that, you will be able to follow it as I go through rapidly, so that my opening statement and also the slide presentation doesn't take more than 10-15 minutes. Then you're welcome to ask questions. I said there are 55 slides. So the first 20 slides, broadly, it can be 20, 21, whatever. First 20 slides look at how the poor, the Dalit, the backward, the SC, ST are all being attended to with provision of basic needs. So I start with about the first 20 slides, Dalit, Pichda, Vanchit, Soshit, Pidit, उनके लिए सरकार के द्वारा क्या क्या पिछले 9 साल में अचीव हुआ, उसका विवरण आएगा डेटा सहित. Next, about 21 to 34 slide numbers, you have details on infrastructure. There are 1 or 2 infrastructure related slides which come later also, but largely between slide 24 to slide 34, it's details about how much has been achieved in terms of infrastructure. When I speak of infrastructure, it's multimodal. It's not just roads, it's not just flyovers, it's harbors, ports, inland waterways and everything else. Then, from slide 35 to slide 37, it's about financial inclusion. How the poorest of the poor, how middle class, how small vendors, how people who have never had a bank account earlier have all been brought into the fold of formal financial systems. It can be through NBFC, it can be through banks, it can be nationalized banks, or it can be a rural credit cooperative, whatever be it. Next, from slide 38 to slide 42, roughly, you're talking about digital India, you're talking about startups, you're talking about skills, then also ease of doing business. So how many laws have been thrown away as being archaic, and how many compliances have been reduced so that chota businesses don't have to do so much file work. So those details, exactly all that done in the 9 years only. Then you go to 43, slide number 43 to slide number 46. You're talking about the cultural and inheritance, legacy, civilizational, and those aspects, what have been achieved in the 9 years. 47, slide number 47 is a single slide, but very important to understand what we have achieved in the renewable energy area. It's a major mile forward. In fact, it is a major achievement, if I may use that word. No country within the 9 years, comparable 9 years everywhere, has achieved as much as we have achieved in these 9 years in renewable energy. So you have the data given there. There is one slide on national security. But the following slides also will tell you what importance is given to national security, and as a result what fallout we've had in other aspects related to national security. For instance, how because Prime Minister Modi has put terrorism as one of those which have to be roundly and squarely addressed, we have not had major incidents, border skirmishes apart, but you still in the mainland of the country, we've kept terrorism free by putting India first. And by putting India first, you also responded to by other countries, which has helped us to get our people, if they were held or stuck up because of COVID, no transport was moving, no communication was happening, but how did we bring all our students or young people or citizens who were caught up in different parts of the world because COVID